Hey Ted, I just got done handing in my resignation at work. I'll be going on paid leave after we get done training my replacement tomorrow, and then that'll be the end for me and Stellar Stationery. It's been a roller coaster.
Hey Louise, how's it hanging? How long do you think it's gonna take you to get everything wrapped up there?
Well, I can only get started on finishing up my work in earnest after we get done training up my replacement tomorrow. So I'll most likely be saying my final goodbyes next month.
Wow, for real? That's great. Things are moving forward a lot quicker than I expected. You're starting to look more pregnant than I ever even thought was possible. So I think it's for the best. Surely work must be hard for you in that state.
It's mostly desk work, so I'm sure it could be worse, but it has its moments. Sitting down all day can be surprisingly tough. I gained a newfound respect for women who go through pregnancy after doing it myself for the first time.
I appreciate your efforts, babe. As for me, I'll do as much as I can to make your life easier while you still have work. Run the home straight now. You just gotta tolerate looking like a hot air balloon and being heavier than the walrus for a little while longer.
Oh, stop it, Ted. You're awful. Thanks, though. I always appreciate your help. But I can't help but wonder if quitting my job is really the right thing to do.
Again, really? I thought we moved past this. Louise, didn't we agree on this before?
I mean, sure I did, but... I'm just thinking about things from a practical perspective. How are we gonna get by without my salary? It was higher than yours after deductions. I can't help but feel anxious when I think about how not having access to all that money might impact us when we have another mouth to feed.
I get your worries, babe, but we've already been through this. Didn't we both agree we'd be fine on just my pay packet in the end? Besides, what good are you gonna be to our little boy if you're out working like a dog at the office all the time? You think maybe you're idealizing the whole working thing a little too much? Think about the drawbacks.
My boss isn't a slave driver, Ted. Of course I'll get some time off when the baby's born, and in the meantime, I could look for a good kindergarten. I don't think me working would be as hard on our son as you seem to think.
What if you didn't find a kindergarten? You hear about that kind of thing all the time these days. What would we do then? We'll be behind a rock and a hard place.
I know it's a possibility, but still.
Great, it's settled then. Things stay as they are on the whole job quitting front. End of discussion. I know you liked it there, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't know it was cool that you worked for the most famous stationery company in the world, but please, babe. Not only did we agree on this being the best course of action, but you already handed in your resignation. The last thing they need is for you to change your mind after they already took care of your replacement.
Okay, I can't deny it. You make a strong case. Sorry, honey, it's not like I don't understand where you're coming from. I do. I really do. It's just that I feel these pangs of regret about it every now and then. I guess it's only natural when I was there for so long and got along so well with everyone. I'm not trying to cause you problems, I promise.
I know, babe. I understand how you feel, too. Sorry if I was blunt with you just now. Let's leave it there, okay?
Okay, thanks, sweetie. You know what? I'm feeling something extravagant for dinner tonight. How do hamburgers sound?
That sounds fan-heckin-tastic. Yeah, I can't wait to get my face all up in that meat. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you, but be careful in the kitchen, hmm?
Hey Ted, when will you be home? It's almost midnight.
Sup, sweet cheeks? I'm having a few beers with the boys. I'll be home a little later. Wait up for me, would you, honey pumpkin? I'm gonna need a lift. There's no way I'm driving home like this.
How late is a little later? Did you forget I'm heavily pregnant?
Pregnant or not, you're still capable of driving a car. It's not like you have to be up for work. Well, the least you can do is come pick me up. Like someone, I've been busy working all day.
Whether I can drive or not isn't the point. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. You've been so horrible to me lately, Ted. What's gotten into you? Come to think of it, you started being a total jerk to me the moment I quit my job. I'm not your slave.
Huh? I know that, goddammit. Did I say you were? I'm the breadwinner now, which means I'm in charge.
In charge? What the hell is that supposed to mean? You're drunk.
I'm still sober enough to put you in your place, woman. You quit your job. Which means your new job is to cater to my every need and desire as my loyal stay-at-home housewife. Here, I'll make it so simple a kid could understand. I'm the boss, and what I say goes. Be clear on that?
What the? You're the one who told me to quit my job in the first place. Why do I need to take this crap from you?
What does that have to do with anything? Whether it was me, Bugs Bunny, or the Pied freaking Piper who told you to quit, the result is the same. You're totally dependent now. Without me, you don't eat. Without me, you don't even have a roof over your head. The balance of power has shifted, and you better start getting used to it, fast. This is how things have been since the dawn of time. The man calling the shots is a natural order.
Oh my god. Since when was I married to a caveman? I don't even recognize you anymore. What gives you the right to treat me like this? We're husband and wife, Ted. Surely we're equals.
It's precisely because we're married that the hierarchy is essential. Anyway, more importantly, your attitude is disgusting. That's no way for a woman to speak to her man. You think you can get away with that kind of disrespect in this household?
It's not like I'm saying these things for no reason. If you think my attitude is bad, it's only because you're speaking to me like dirt.
I can speak to you how the heck I like, because you're my property. Does a farmer let his livestock disrespect him? Like hell he does! Know your place, woman! Who puts the food on the table? Me! There's only one person who suffers if you dare to defy me, and their name ain't Ted. I can always stop paying for the living expenses if this is how you want to play things. That what you want, is it?
You need to sober up, Ted. This is embarrassing. You've clearly drunk more than you can handle. You're not even making sense anymore. I'm willing to put everything you just said to me down to the beer and forget this conversation ever happened. But I won't be so understanding if you ever speak to me like that again.
Wait a sec, just who the heck do you think you are? Jesus, you speak like you're royalty. Get off your high horse. I forgot you had this side to you.
This side?
You think you're such hot shit because you used to make more money than me, don't you? I hate how stuck up you can be. What the hell does a woman need to go and succeed in the corporate world like that for? Didn't it cross your mind for 1 second how badly you were disrespecting and embarrassing the man of the house by making that much money?
It literally never occurred to me.
There it is. What you mean is you're just so naturally superior to me, you outperform me without even trying? You infuriate me.
Jesus, Ted, why are you like this? Where does this persecution complex come from? I never looked down on you over your salary. Money couldn't matter less to me. I'm happy as long as we have food on the table and a roof over our heads.
It might not matter to you, but it matters to me. That's why I made you quit your job. Or were you too dumb to notice that?
Wow, you mean that's the only reason you wanted me to quit? You must be joking.
You should have made more of an effort to big up your man, but all you did was make me feel pathetic. If you had any decency about you, you'd have quit of your own accord, without me having to say anything. I just gave you a little push is all. You should apologize.
This is so absurd, I struggle to find the words. In fact, you know what? I'm not even gonna dignify this crap with a response.
Thank God you stopped speaking. I'm glad you finally know your place. Make sure things stay that way. I'm gonna have one last beer. Start getting ready to come and escort the lord and master of the household back to his castle.
Do you seriously think I'm gonna come pick you up after the way you just spoke to me? Get a taxi or a bus or crawl for all I care. Like hell am I coming to get you?
Don't you ever speak to the man of the house like that again. All you do is laze around the house all day. Picking me up after a few beers with the boys is the least you can do.
No way.
There'll be hell to pay if you don't come and get me right now. Do you want war? Because trust me, I can give you war.
Go ahead and declare war on me, jerkwad, cause I just invaded Poland and there ain't a thing you can do about it. I am not coming to get you. I'm hitting the hay. Don't message me again. Good night.
I can't believe you left me out hanging like that last night. What were you thinking? It was so late I couldn't even find a taxi. I had to go to work from a hotel because of you.
Hey, Beer Breath. Your coworker told me you reeked of alcohol.
There's a goddamn attitude again. Who do you think you are? Whose fault do you think it is I couldn't brush my teeth? Don't think you can speak to me however you like just because you're pregnant.
You think I'm speaking to you like this because I'm pregnant? Are you delusional as well as a jerk? So I'm done letting you treat me like crap. So what? At least I'm not such a loser that I have to force you to quit your job to feel like I have any validity as a human being.
I'm not joking, Louise. You need to cut this out right now. Who do you think puts your food on the table? You'd be homeless living in the gutter if not for me. You need to realize I'm the boss in this relationship.
I don't see things that way. I'm not as small-minded as you, remember?
I've had it. If that's your attitude, I have an idea of my own.
Oh yeah? I'm trembling in my boots. What's the big scary man of the house gonna do to show me who's boss?
Divorce you. Is that what you want?
Why are you asking me? I didn't think women were allowed options. If you want a divorce, then why not just do it? Why so indecisive? Jeez, Ted, be a man about it, would ya?
You shut your petulant mouth! You need to think very carefully about this. You really think you're going to be able to raise our son on your own without a job? How long do you think it'll be before you're out in the streets? I'll give it 2 weeks. Is that what you want?
Oh, that. Out of interest, where does this conversation go? What would you say if I was against the divorce?
I'd make you apologize. If you accept your position as my subordinate and acknowledge me as your lord and master, I might consider forgiving you. Go on, I'm waiting. I think I'm being real kind by giving you a chance to apologize like this.
I put it down to the beer last night. But it turns out you're even more of a jerk when you're sober. This is hopeless. I can't be with someone like you.
So that's all you've got? You're gonna run away at the first sign of trouble? Pathetic. All I'm asking you to do is know your place. Do you even know how hard your life will be if we divorce? You need me like a fish needs water.
If you genuinely believe that, then congratulations on being the biggest moron of all time. Have it your way. Divorce it is.
What? You can't be serious. This bold font won't work for me. I know it's all bluster.
I can assure you it's not bluster. You suggested divorce and I accepted it. What more is there to say? I'm heading out to get the divorce papers. Get ready to sign them when I come back.
No, wait! Is this really what you want? I mean, really? Really? Like, really? Think this through. Do you have any idea what awaits you if we get a divorce? Let me tell you, pain, suffering, and despair.
This is unreal, Ted. You started off so strong. What happened? You were swinging the divorce around like a baseball bat when you thought I'd be terrified and back down. Now you know I don't care and you're practically begging me to stay with you. You ever see the videos of those rockets that crash and burn 5 seconds after being launched? That's you right now.
Do not mistake my kindness for weakness. I'm giving you one last chance to see sense because I know how impulsive you can be.
I don't need your kindness, thanks. Are you for real though, Ted? I mean really. It's like you turned into a scared little boy the moment I agreed to the divorce. What's the matter, sweetie? You gonna wet your pants? Want me to go find your mommy?
I ain't scared. No way. Don't talk nonsense.
Interesting. But you don't actually want a divorce, do you? You always were all talk and no trousers. Ah, I get it. That's why you're so desperate to assert your dominance. You gonna start pounding your chest next, big man? Cringe.
Fine. Let's get a divorce if that's your attitude. I don't have to put up with this. Not from you. Not from anyone. Don't come crawling back to me when you change your mind, because I'll never forgive you. Are you sure you want to go through with this?
Yep. It couldn't be any more obvious divorce is the last thing you want. I can read you like a book, so you can drop the tough guy act now. It's embarrassing.
Shut your mouth, bitch! You'll regret this, mark my words. Prepare yourself, because I'm going to sign those divorce papers the moment you get back. I mean it. I'm so serious. I even have my pen ready. Louise, you better come pick me up today. I decided I'm willing to forgive you for before, so we're still together, right? Do you know your place now?
Nope. I can't pick you up. I'm at my folks' house. Not that I would if I wasn't.
God damn it, would you grow up and stop this crap already? I thought this last week with all that stuff with the divorce, but you're so goddamn small-minded, it's unreal. To think I'm willing to forgive you out of the kindness of my heart, and this is how you repay me?
I never asked you to forgive me. Do you ever think about anyone but yourself? I'm due to give birth next month. Why do you think I'm staying with my mom and dad?
You never told me anything about going back there. Don't you think that's a little disrespectful? You wouldn't even be alive if not for me.
Why do I have to tell you about my private life? It has nothing to do with you.
Gah, here we go again. You know what? Fine. You forced my hand, we're getting a divorce. I mean it! Is this really what you want?
But we already divorced last week? What are you even talking about? We're strangers now, so would you mind not talking to me? You're kind of annoying.
What the fuck? Is this a joke? I thought we changed our minds on the divorce.
We definitely didn't. You signed the papers and I filled them. Which part don't you get? What reason could you possibly have to think I wouldn't hand them in? You really think I'd want to stay with someone who treats me like you do?
But I said I was willing to forgive you. I thought we reached an understanding. But you still handed the papers in?
Yep. I knew you were willing to forgive me. But I struggle to see how that has anything to do with the divorce.
It has everything to do with the divorce. Obviously, me forgiving you meant the divorce was canceled.
On what planet? Whether you forgave me or not, I wanted a divorce because I was sick and tired of your twisted, hateful attitude. Why would I even want someone like you to forgive me? And why was it ever a question of you forgiving me in the first place? I didn't do anything wrong.
You have no hope of surviving without me. You do know that, don't you? You have no income.
It's fine, you don't have to worry about that. I reached out to my old boss when you started treating me like crap. He said I can start working again after the birth. Sure, my position was filled, so I'll be starting from scratch again, but I like it there, so I don't mind.
Even so, what about our son? He needs someone to look after him. Being a single mother isn't as much of a cakewalk as you seem to think. Do you have any comprehension of how hard your life's about to get?
Why do you think I moved back in with my parents? I'll be living here after the birth. Rest assured that our son will be in the capable hands of his grandparents.
What the hell? And you think I'm just gonna let you do that? You're his mother. Raise him yourself.
Why do you think you have any right to tell me what to do? It's your fault I'm going to be a single mother in the first place. Surely you can see that.
My fault? How? You're the one who handed in the divorce papers after I forgave you and we made up. I did nothing wrong.
Tell me, Ted, what do you think would have happened if I didn't hand in the papers? Because I know exactly how it would have played out. I would have had to spend my entire life with you bossing me around and treating me like your slave. All while our son watched from the sidelines.
What's wrong with that? You're a woman.
I rest my case. I'm more than capable of handling myself, but the thought of our son growing up in such a toxic environment was terrifying. Who knows what kind of effect it would have on his fragile young mind? I can't imagine anything scarier than the thought of him growing up to be like you.
Still, you're gonna be a single mother, Louise. A single mother. Let that sink in. Don't you have a heart? How can you let our son grow up in such an unhealthy environment? No one raised by a single mom ever grew up to be worth a damn. He's gonna be a worthless failure. Is that what you want?
Sure, whatever, Ted. Thanks for helping me make my mind up.
About what?
On never letting our son anywhere within a 10-mile radius of you. To be honest, I don't know what you really think of him, and after hearing your opinions about me, nothing's out of the question. But to think you'd call your own son a worthless failure before he's even born. That's all I needed to hear. I'll make sure you never go anywhere near him if it's the last thing I do.
What exactly are you trying to say? That I'd be a bad influence?
Bingo. Don't worry, though. I'll tell him all about his daddy. You're the perfect example of what kind of person not to be. Ted showed up at my parents' house after I made it clear to him we were finished, but he was swiftly ejected, physically, by my ex-military dad. Not taking no for an answer, he showed up again on at least 5 more occasions. Having reached our wits' end, we spoke to the police, and he finally stopped showing up after receiving a house visit from 2 officers. Not long after that, he was ordered to pay me compensation and child support. Despite the fact that being pregnant was hard enough on its own, he made it his life mission to make things harder for me by ordering me to chauffeur him home in the middle of the night and picking fault with my housework. Between that and the constant abuse, all of which I had chat logs of, it was pretty easy to get the judge to see things from my perspective when it came to the compensation claim. The judge made it clear that if Ted ever failed to keep up with the child support payments, the money would be taken directly out of his wages, so something tells me and my son will be getting every cent of our money. Speaking of my son, I gave birth to him a few weeks after the divorce, and he couldn't have been healthier. The 2 of us are currently living with my parents, and last week I started back at square one with my old company. Don't think I'm disheartened about that though. I love a good challenge. I'm sure mine and little Timmy's lives will be full of ups and downs from here on out, but one thing's for sure, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure he ends up nothing like his dad.